let little Rue start the video on her own. She came out here and just sat down like, and now we start. So we just let her stay. Miss Rue, you ready for a big high five? You ready for workouts? Okay, don't leave me here. Oh, there you are. Good girl. Enjoy the bushy insanity that is this little girl right now. She is getting tomorrow. She's got about 10 pounds of hair, 10 pounds of body currently. So, oh man, guys, so good to be back with you. It's been about a week, I guess, since I last saw you. So thanks for joining me. It's awesome to be back. I gotta say, I did definitely enjoy some time away. Didn't go anywhere, but just had some alone, chilling, maxing and relaxing time. I did work out every day. I think I only took one day off, but I worked out when I wanted, at what time I wanted, and did what I wanted. So it was a very nice break. Spent time with friends and bought plants because that's apparently what I do, even when it's fall. So speaking of, look at this adorableness that we have going on the set here today. Actually, these are plants. I bought this plant this weekend, and then I made this plant this weekend. So there we go. But we are easing into the fall season, and then, you know, guys, once we get to Halloween season, all bets are off about how much space I'll even have left to work out here with you guys. So, down to business. Just wanted to catch up. Haven't seen you guys in a while. So, what you're going to need today, super simple, you need a sturdy chair or something similar to a sturdy chair, but a chair would be your best option because we are actually going to do a little bit of a sit on the chair, and we're not relaxing, but we're going to do a little bit of a sit in the chair. So chair would be your best bet, but if you don't have a sturdy chair, you can count on probably like a really, really sturdy, you know, coffee table, something like that would work. Even your sofa could possibly work as long as it's not like a super sinky in kind of sofa. So sturdy chair, something that can support your weight fully. And then just your yoga mat, your floor support, because we are going to spend our third round in the floor. So what are we doing today? We are doing a Tabata. We'll call it Tabata Tuesday. I usually call it Sweaty Saturday because we do these on Saturday mornings, usually, especially in the summer, because these are workouts that do get us really hot and sweaty. So it's nice, especially for me when I work out in the garage. If I know it's going to be a really hot one, I try to save it for Saturday mornings when it's a little cooler. But it's getting nice, so wanted to bust it out today. Plus, our Saturdays are dedicated to our Swole for September workouts. So if you're joining us in that upper body challenge, I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you're doing the video-only version, you've only done one video, but we will pick up steam this Saturday. And then every Saturday in the month of September, we will be doing upper body work. And I encourage you to add one more workout within the week that's also upper body focused. We're really seeing what we can do by focusing on the upper body in September, see if we can make any changes. So, hope you're joining us for that. So, Tabata, real quick and dirty, what is Tabata? So Tabata is generally quick bursts of work, quick rest, quick burst of work, quick rest, wash, rinse, repeat. That is kind of your quick and dirty explanation of Tabata. It's different from circuit because circuit, you know, we work out for a minute, which is a pretty long period of time, and then take a 20-second break. We go through a long cycle of exercises and then take a long break and then cycle through it again. Tabata is different. So how we're going to move in this Tabata, we've got 3 15-minute Tabatas. This one in particular today is all cardio. Now that doesn't mean you're not going to get work that's muscle building, because we are doing a lot of leg work that is going to build some muscle, but the goal of everything today is cardio, cardio, cardio. So we've got 3 15-minute Tabatas. So in that 15 minutes, we're going to work 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 40, 20, 40, 20, straight for 15 minutes. So very different from circuit, right? So 40, 20, 40, 20, flip, 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 flip. We've got 5 exercises. So we'll do each one of those 5 3 times, okay? So it's a 5 exercise circuit per se. 5 exercises, we'll go through it 3 times, 40, 20, boop, 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 and then we'll take a nice break in between. So that's kind of your Tabata. That's how we're going to be set up today. So we got 3 minutes in between those 15-minute segments of work. So plenty of time to catch your breath, get your breathing back under control, get your heart rate down, things like that. So how we're set up today, we've got a 1 minute, what I'm calling, not 1 minute, our first segment is a warm-up cardio is what I'm calling it. So it's going to be 15 minutes, but it's not going to be super high intensity cardio. It's going to be warming us up, getting us loose, getting us ready, but not necessarily kicking our butts. And we can also modify them. So if you're a beginner and some of these exercises that I'm saying are warm-ups, you're like, nope, that's kicking my butt. There are modifications all throughout that you can take to really make it yours. So round one, we want to think of warm-up cardio. We want to get hot, we want to get sweaty, but we don't want to feel like we are overexerting, okay? Tabata 2, again, 15 minutes, 40, 20, 40, 20, and I'm calling it crank it cardio. So that's where our cardio is really going to pick up. We're going to go high level. We're really going to push ourselves. But again, if you're a beginner, or if there's a reason that you don't need to be going that intense, you can always tone the exercises down. I'll be honest, I've been having a lot of back and hip problems the past few days, so I might find that my body needs me to tone it down. We'll see, but I'm going to show you either way how you can tone it down if you need to, or how you can bring it up even higher if you want to. And then last, we're going to do a core cardio. So it's going to be core exercises that are based in some cardio. Now that feels a little different when it's core work because we're not going to be like sprinting to work our core. But again, it's going to be core based with a touch of cardio. So that's going to be round 3. That'll allow us to kind of calm down a little bit so we don't end our workout on the highest high note and then go inside and crash, right? So that's how we're working today. So the main thing is don't panic. Hang in there. If you don't do a lot of cardio, if you work out with me exclusively, I know you don't do a lot of cardio. So if you don't do a lot of cardio, don't panic, okay? You know the difference between I am really, really, really exerted, but I'm fine, but woof, and something's not right, okay? So know your limits. I always say push your limits, but if you have any health conditions, medical concerns, things like that, where you don't need to test those limits, then listen to what your body is telling you. You can modify all 3 of these segments to make them heart healthy, but still safe for you, okay? So I will tell you to modify, but of course, if I don't answer a question that you might have about how to modify or anything else, please leave me a comment if you're working out here live or after the fact, but chances are after the fact I won't be able to help you right away. But if you're here with me today, just leave me a comment. I'll be happy to help you as we go. So, last couple things I always ask. Please like, share, participate on social media, whatever that looks like to you, to get people paying attention to what we are doing here at Strong Style Fitness. I know I'm partial, but I really feel like it's something special. Where else are you going to find almost 140 fitness videos just asking for donations? Also done by a personal trainer that has a good reputation and that makes you feel safe when you're working out at home. So I think that's important. So speaking of donations, guys, the last thing I'll say is Venmo at Strong Style Fit. Any donations are greatly appreciated. It is the only payment that I receive for these classes. Been going at it darn near close. We're creeping up on 2 years here in a few months, strangely enough. So we're about 1.5 years now. So nobody has ever paid me except for donations. So if you can give, it is greatly appreciated. All right, guys, enough of my jibber jabber. So we're going to start with alternating windmill high knees. I'm going to show you that exercise, and then we'll do the rest as they come. But when I hit start on that timer, we're off to the races, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that one first. So alternating windmill high knees. So high knees, we're going to open out to the side, so we're not coming up to the front. We're going to come out to the side and bring our arms around. So I call it windmill because you're windmilling your arms around, and then we're alternating those high knees out to the side. If that is like, woof, that's already getting me up there, take the arms out, you can just make them smaller. Here. Okay? So that'll be your modification to bring it down a notch if you're not quite ready for those big arm movements. All right, I'm going to check the video real quick, grab another sip of water, and then we will get started. All right, guys, I'm hitting start in 3, 2, 1. And here we go, 40 seconds. So, like I said, if you need to tone this down, then just take your arms a little lower, or you can always slow down your pace, or pick up the pace if you're ready to get going. You've already been moving today, you're feeling good. I'm gonna go about medium. I, of course, got like this little burst of stuffy nose as I was getting ready, so I'm not breathing through my nose real good at the moment. Whew, so I'm gonna ease into it. All right, so 20-second break. Catch your breath for just a moment. We're going to jump ropes. Obviously, I don't have a jump rope in my hands. You probably don't either, or you grip down a ceiling fan or something of the like. So we're just going to air jump rope. And you've got a million variations there. All right, so jump rope. So this is kind of my middle of the road. You know, I'm not a big jumper because of my knees. So this is kind of my middle of the road. I'm just kind of hopping from foot to foot. But of course, you could be here for your jump rope, or you can march in place, or step touch. So you got lots of options here, whatever you need. I just really would like to see these arms going, keeping that little jump rope motion, okay? All right, that went by fast. So we're gonna do butt kickers with pullbacks. So butt kickers, we step out, and we bring our heel like we're kicking ourselves in the booty. Meanwhile, we're pulling, squeezing between those shoulder blades. Let's go. So we're squeezing between those shoulder blades like we're pulling a band back and away from something, and then curling those heels up to kick ourselves in the booty. Again, you can always take the arms out if the arms are too much. Increase or decrease your pace. So you'll notice all of these movements, we're moving our arms and legs together. That's one of the ways we get our cardio up without having to do a lot of intense movement, is by moving our arms and our legs together. All right, we're going to do cross punches with knees, and this always takes a sec to get going properly, so don't sweat it. So cross punch, we're coming across our body, punch, punch, right? So now we're going to speed it up and add a knee. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And guys, don't get all hung up on, she's punching on 3, I'm on 4. Who cares? Just move. Punch it out. And bringing that knee across the body now. So instead of open like those first knees, pull it across. Perfect. All right. Next up, we've got front kick with toe touch. These front kicks are going to be a little more, you know, when I joke and say like a kickboxing kick versus a rocket kick, we're going a little more rocket kick here. And we're going to reach out opposite arm and touch the toe, or reach for the toe. So we kick out and reach and reach. You may not get anywhere in the vicinity of your toe. That's fine. Just reach towards it. Nice tall spine. Don't sacrifice your height by trying to reach your toe. Stay tall. Perfect. This is the end of round 1 already. So we're going back to those windmill high knees. So I hope you're feeling heart rate picking up a little bit. Nothing too intense. Maybe getting about a sentence out before you need to take a breath. That's kind of our goal with this round. That when you're not working, you can get about a sentence out before you need to take a breath. Now you know where you're going. You know the level of exertion these exercises are going to ask. So now, determine, are you ready to crank it up a little bit more, move a little faster, make the movements a little bigger? Or do you need to hang out where we were the first round, moving a little more slowly? There's no wrong answer. Woo! All right, we get our pseudo jump rope. So now, we're moving faster. In that windmill, I'm getting about 4 words out before I need to breathe. So that's good. All right, jump rope. Again, these movements are about arms and legs both. So make sure you've got the arms. Again, unless you're needing to modify down, then you can take the arms out if you need to. And there's really, whatever variation you're feeling on the jump rope, you do you. Have some fun with it. You've probably been at work all day. Goof off with your jump rope. Have some fun. All right, butt kickers with those pullbacks. So imagine if you ever worked out like a gym where you wrap a band around a pole and you pull. So I want you to think about, have some resistance and that pole squeeze between those shoulder blades. Let's go. Keeping light in those knees. It's going to land with a little bend. And the shoulders away from the ears. Don't start to tense up here. Keep them low. Make sure you're breathing. Woo! All right. Cross punches with the knee. So when you cross punch, you're coming across your body, and we're not locking out our elbows. Keeping a little bit of bend in the elbow to protect that joint, okay? 2, 3. Twisting through that core. Whew. All right, hip is wanting to cramp on me too. Good job, guys, almost there. Woo. All right, front kick with that toe touch arm. Again, doesn't matter if you're not touching your toes. Just aim that direction. Looking good, guys. Hopefully now, toe touch. Keep that chest nice and tall. Again, we're doing opposites here. Ten seconds. Beautiful, guys. We got one more round. Feels good, feels good. We're going back to the top. This alternating windmill, high knees. Let's go. So now knowing at the end of this, you have a 3-minute break, you push yourself a little further this round. If you're feeling good, feeling strong, can you pick up the pace? Can you make your arms a little bigger, legs a little bigger? Now, don't shoot your shot. Don't go crazy. We still got 2 more rounds to go. We still have a really intense round coming up, but no, you get a nice break. Between now and then, maybe you can get up just a little bit. You guys grab water whenever you need it. All right, jump rope. So hopefully by now you're at least getting a little bit of a sweat, or at least that feeling like it's coming. You know, we just want to give a little blaze. It's always hard for me to judge because, again, I work out in a garage with studio lights on me, no air conditioning, and I'm just a naturally very sweaty worker. So, but I've definitely got a little blaze, feel a little bit trickling in my hair. Beautiful. All right, butt kickers with the pull back. Whew. My hip keeps on to cramp. Listen, I'm having something going on in this region. I've just not been able to unwind myself so far. Whew. Pull it back. Good. Remember, have a little bit of resistance with that pull back. So don't just flop your arms back and forth. Pull, pull. Almost there, guys. 5 seconds. Awesome. 2 left. And this Tabata will be done. We've got the cross punches with the knees. Go, guys. Get set. 2. Keeping that core nice and tight. So you're rotating from a strong belly, supported spine. And shoulders down away from those ears. Keeping a light bend in those elbows. Cross-body knee. Almost there. Woo! All right. Got 1 exercise left. Now guys, especially if you're new to Tabata, after we finish this last exercise, definitely do whatever you need to do for your break. But stay in ear sight if you can, so like a couple cues. I don't want you to hear for your break. Toe touch. Again, nice engaged core, tall spine. Opposite reaches. Guys, with these long levers, I didn't think about this sooner. Too much, you can always do knee, knee, knee. Sometimes that full long leg, especially if you have back problems, is a bit much. All right, guys, we got a 3-minute break here. So, just a couple cues that I want you to experience during your break. We've worked for 15 minutes to get our heart rate elevated, to get our body warm, to get our heart pumping. So, in this 3 minutes, we want to keep that simmer. I don't want you to stay, you know, if you were at a scale of 1 to 10, if you were at a 7, I don't want you to stay to 7 the whole break. I want you to let it come down, 2, 3, something like that. But I want you to stay on a simmer. Stay warm. Stay with that heart beating. Okay, so that might mean something different for everybody. Again, I'm in a hot setting. I'm a hot natured person. I'm at a naturally high heart rate. So all of these things, it's unlikely I'm going to cool off in what we have left, 2 minutes. But if you're working out in an air-conditioned space, if you're very cardio trained, you could come down almost to cool in 3 minutes, especially after this first round that wasn't super intense. So keep moving. If you're really cooling off, do some stairs. Not crazy, you know, not crazy. Just go up and down the stairs of your house, or do a little light jog. Do something to keep that simmer on. Okay? That's all that I ask. Please don't go sit down, don't go lay down, anything like that. So keep that simmer on. We're halfway through a break, got 1 minute 30 left, and we're going to that crank it cardio. Check out the video, and I'll be sure back here. So the crank it cardio, you're going to need your chair. So go ahead and pull that into your space. While you're breaking, that'll help you stay on your simmer as well. This is a really funky chair. So if you see me like acting weird or looking at it weird, that's why. I never know exactly how to expect this chair to behave. So, awesome. All right, so we're going to be using our chair. We have about 40 seconds. So this is going to be our crank it cardio. It's going to be intense, but again, you can adjust however you need. I will tell you modifications as we go. But just go ahead and prepare yourself, especially again, if you're not a cardio person, that you might feel a little uncomfortable. Now, I don't mean ill, I don't mean anything like that, but you might be like, woo, this is a lot. What's the point? We really, really are going to crank it up this round, and then the third round, still will be cardio, still will have intensity, but it's going to back off from where we're going now, all right? So we're going to start with pop-up squats. We're going to use the chair. We're going to sit back and then pop right up off the chair. So we're going to sit back, pop off, pop off. So it's like hot potato on that chair. Pop it up, sit, pop, sit, and pop it. Or come up to heels. Or up to toes, 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 and just move at a faster pace, toes, toes. Or, if sitting back in the deep chair, if that's too much, just sit back to where you feel comfortable, and pop, and pop. Perfect. All right, we're gonna do chair mountain climber. Chair mountain climber. So, instead of having our hands on the floor, we're going to have our hands on the chair. That's going to help us modify a little bit for those of us that aren't super cardio trained. If you don't want the chair, use the floor. So, chair mountain climber, we have our hands on the chair instead of the floor, and then everything is over shoulders, stacked over wrists. And again, if you don't like this, if you don't need the chair, then feel free to go on down to the floor. I'm doing it this way because this is a lot of cardio, and honestly, I don't like having people get on the floor while their heart rates are really high if I'm not there with them. So this is my way of keeping people safe. In a video where I can't see them. All right, guys. We're going to move. If you have a small space like me, you're going to move your chair out of the way. If you don't have a small space, leave the chair. All right. We're going to do Heismans. So, those. You're going to shuffle, 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 knee up. Shuffle, 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 knee. You can make your shuffle a little bigger if you want. I'm going to confine space, so this is about as big as I can be. So we land and pull that knee and elbow together. We're really sitting down into our plant leg. Now you can tone this down. Go off in it. All right. Next up, skiers. So I'll show you guys the skiers and also some modifications as well. The skiers do have a little bit of hop to them. 3. Right, so think about like a power skier, right? So we're gonna slalom. So little hops, sit your booty back, and then like you've got 2 ski poles, push them through. Or you just speed the pace up a little bit. Okay, your choice. I always say if you can, if you modify and take a jump out, just move a little faster, your modification. And that'll vary per person. And when I modify jumping, it's not because of fitness level, it's because of knees. So I can speed up a modification and be fine. But if you're modifying because of fitness level, then maybe take out the jump and don't worry about speeding up. All right, chair burpee. So we're gonna stand in front of our chair, reach for the sky, put our hands down, jump into plank, jump back. Hands to the sky. You can add a little hop at the top if you want. Or modify down. Step back, step up, up. Step back, step up, up. Woo! And guys, when you jump back into that burpee, just one quick tip. When you jump back, stay strong with that core. Don't jump back and do this. Stay elevated, tight belly. All right, pop-up squats. Like I said, this one's no joke. All right, step back, pop, pop. You want to make it bigger, add some big arms. Hop potato. Woo, hop butt. Hop it up. 10 seconds. Woo! So now, you should be 2-3 words before you have to take a breath. That's how I'd like to see you. No more than that though. So if you can't get a word out, let's rein back in a little bit. Chair mountain climbers, or floor if you want it, your option. Again, shoulders over wrist, knees pull in. The modification is always just slow it down. Just be mindful, a lot of times we start getting far behind, so really stay up over those wrists. All right, I'm moving my chair out of the way, but don't you worry guys if you don't have to. We've got the Heismans coming up. 10 seconds. Let's go. You'll also notice I'm not going to talk as much this round because I can't. soft landing into that knee. Let that weight, let that leg catch all that weight. Again, you can slow it down, step it out. Beautiful. Skiers. Water if you need it. Good work, guys. Don't be scared. Don't let breathiness, elevator heart rate worry you. So we're jumping, we're landing to the sides. Pull those poles through. Or, okay, you can make these jumps a lot bigger than I am too. It's just about my max jumping ability. Woo! All right, chair burpee. And again, you don't have to modify to the chair if you don't want. So if you're in the upper level fitness training, don't worry about modifying to the chair if you don't want to. See, I'm just modifying to a little heel raise. Instead of a jump at the top, I'm doing a lot of jumping in this round. So I'm being mindful. Taking a jump or two out when I can. Awesome job, guys. 2 rounds down. Just one to go. Whew. It goes fast. That's one thing. It might be a little, but it goes super fast. All right, pop-up squats. Now remember, you can stop before the chair and pop up. If going that low is too much. You can add arms to increase intensity, or just keep your arms down. Slow it down a little bit. Woo! No, just kidding. All right, chair mountain climber, or again, you can be on the floor. Again, I'm using this chair. I wanted to show how you can modify, still get a great workout. And 2, just for safety with my participants again, since I can't see you, and generally it's not the best idea to have a really high heart rate and get on the floor. Again, you can slow it or go crazy with it, whatever feels right for you. Woo. The sweat is real. All right, Heisman's. Go. Good job, guys. Make sure you're breathing. Drive that knee up while you sit that weight down into the other leg. Woo! All right. Only 2 left, my friends. Skiers to your burpee. So again, heart rate, effort level should be about 2-3 words. That's where you need to breathe. And then you're like, I'm working out alone. Just talk. Say something in your house. And again, step. Step. Use those poles. Pull. Pull. Awesome, guys. Last exercise in our crank it cardio. Chair burpees. And then we get that sweet 3-minute break. Let's do it. Again, don't sag into that lower back. Core tight, back strong. That is our break. I'm going to get my chair out of the way. Awesome work, guys. So, remember, we want to stay on that simmer. Now, if you were pushing yourself in that crank it cardio, then chances are you have no worry, no concern that you're going to cool off in the next 2 minutes and 18 seconds. However, we're all different. We all recover differently. So again, just keep in mind, this is recovery to bring your heart rate down and to recover, but not to completely cool or come to a stop, okay? So keep that simmer on. Keep moving. You want to make sure that you've got mat set up for your floor work. You don't need any equipment, just your mat. And if you have any difficulty with your hands on the floor, even through your mat, you may want to double up your mat. Or if you have like a flat blanket, like not a real poofy blanket, but something just kind of flat like a quilt, that can help too. So I hope you see the difference, very distinct difference between round 1, round 2. Round 1 was a warm up and then some, and then round 2 was we're warm, let's kick butt. So now round 3, we're going to come down to the floor, and we're going to do core work, which generally doesn't really have much cardio to it. But this is going to have a little bit, plus we've already got that nice build up. So we'll still be warm, we'll still be sweaty while we work our core. It's a beautiful thing. So we got 53 seconds. Our first move in the floor, we're going to do plank jacks. So that will be on hands in high plank. We're going to do down dog, knee drives. So that'll also be on hands. And then we're going to do elbow plank, knee drops, elbow, and then Russian twist and flutter kicks. That'll be on our butt and then on our back. So we do have 2 in a row. We're going to be using our hands. So if you are concerned about that, Just go ahead and throw another mat down to support your hands, okay? Shouldn't need to worry about your knees. It could be just a hands thing. All right, so plank jacks. Whew. Also, and I'm actually going to pause the timer just to drive this point home because I feel like the timer will go off by the time I'm done. If your heart rate is still extremely elevated, if you haven't cooled at all, if you haven't recovered at all, you are still up here, I want you to wait. Don't come down to the floor just yet. Give it a little bit more time. Give yourself another minute. Maybe skip the first. Skip plank jacks. Skip the first two. Something like that. Give yourself a little bit more time to cool, especially if you have any sort of health conditions that you're concerned about, okay? If you're not, if you're fine, but your heart rate's still a little higher than you like it to be, just take an extra 40 seconds or so. It's 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. That's a minute. So that's how you can time it. Give yourself a little extra time. But if you're fine, come on out to the floor. We've got 12 seconds. Let's go ahead and get set up. All right. There's a couple modifications available for plank jack too. So go ahead, get your base set. Nice wide fingers, strong shoulders. Step back into your plank. And then a full plank jack is going to be out and in. Keeping that belly engaged, keeping that core nice and tight. Or step out, in, out. Just a little bit, kicking my weights. Or here. I like to change it up. I usually vary between the two. Sometimes the pressure in my knees from having extended legs and jumping is a little much. Perfect. All right. So we got down dog, knee drives. So if you have not done down dog before, go ahead and follow me now into plank, and then you're going to push your hips up to the sky while trying to touch your heels to the floor. So this is down dog. So we all start here, and then we push forward to plank, and as we do, we bring our knee up towards our elbow, and then push it back. Knee to elbow, push it back. If this is all very new to you, one, know that your knee does not have to touch your elbow. That's just a goal. Two, you can also say forget the knees and come forward to plank and then back up. If this is all super new to you. Beautiful. Elbow plank, knee drops. So we want to put our elbows right under our shoulders, stacked. And we'll step back into a low plank. Step back into your plank, and then drop knees. You can do one knee at a time and alternate. Do both. Flip between all three. Whatever feels good. You can hold your hands out, making like the number 11, or you can bring your hands in. My elbows, my inner shoulders are on fire. Time to take a break, guys. Charlie and I plank challenged ourselves the other day and planked for several minutes at a time. And I think my shoulders are still tired. All right, guys, we got Russian twists coming up. So let's go ahead and get ourselves set up for our V-sit. So we sit on our booty, bend our legs, little support, lean back, chest is tall, and strings pulling you up. And then from here, you rotate. You can hold a weight if you have a weight close by that you can literally just grab, you can do it. Next level would be same position, sit tall, but your hands support, legs come up, and then we twist from here. I've got a back thing going on, so I'm staying here. Beautiful. All right, now we've got Flutter Kicks. I'm gonna, I'm gonna leave sweat rings no matter which way I lay, so, because it doesn't matter. So we're gonna lay on our backs, and then make a little diamond with your hands under your tailbone to support your booty and your low back. And then Flutter Kicks are here. This is your motion, and then you decide how low you want to go with your Flutter Kicks. So you can stay up in here if you need to, or down low is going to be your most challenging version. Or you could walk it up and walk it down. It's kind of a nice way to challenge yourself and then give yourself a little break before going back and challenging yourself again. Beautiful, friends. All right, right back to the top. So we got those plank jacks. Oh, I'm just loving all these little leaves and pumpkins and owls. So precious. All right, plank jacks. So set your base up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back. Core up and in. And we jack. Or again, step out. Dismount on the stairs. Hi, sweet girl. All right, guys, we've got the down dog, knee drivers. Yes, go ahead and get yourself set up, especially if down dog's new to you. All right, so push it up into our down dog. Knee pulls through. Step back. Knee pulls through. Judah, are you okay? We're the ones doing the cardio. All right, guys, we have the elbow plank, knee drops. Why don't you go outside? Reach your base. All right, elbow plank, knee drops. So elbows under those shoulders. You can grip your hands or be out of 11. You're back. Are you done joking? Okay. And again, you can drop both knees or just one knee. Alternate them all. Whatever works for you. Keep that back nice and flat. Resist that urge to kind of bow under and watch your legs. Thank you, Rizzo. Yes, I'm very sweaty. Woo! All right. Russian twist. Hi. I know. So salty. All right, guys, Russian twist. Remember, you got a couple options here, too. Sit on that seat. Pull yourself in. Chest tall. Sit back and twist. Or you can lift your feet and be here. Like I said, I just have a back thing going on. I'm going to stay out of that today. You want to twist quickly, but with control. So don't just thrash yourself back and forth. sure you get that support under your tail. Kind of get those shoulders in, nice long neck. Feet come up. And then if this is new for you, start fluttering up here. And then kind of drop them. And see where you feel the most effort, but that you're still really working. And again, you can walk it up and down if you want. Lower belly in, tight, tight, tight. Woo! All right, guys, we got one more round and then we are done. Woo! We are back to the top with those plank jacks. Good girl. All right, nice, tall, strong hands. Now, if you are jumping, watch how big you open. If you open too far, then you run the risk of those hips sinking. Again, and modify to step outs if you need to. Perfect. Plank, down dog, knee drags. Oh, thank you. And thank you. Such a good girl. You're the best helper. All right, guys. So back into that down dog. Strong through those hands. Drag through your heels. Knee pulls through. Back. And if you got the motion, you got the movement, move a little faster with it. And again, if this is too much for you, just rock to plank and back. Beautiful. We are almost there, guys. 3 exercises left. And I hope you're seeing what I was saying. I mean, this is core, but cardio at the same time. I am dripping just like I was in the previous rounds. All right, elbow plank, knee drops. Watch out. And I do tend to challenge myself to try to do the arms straight forward in my elbow plank. Woo! My shoulders are saying no thank you today. This takes a little bit of pressure out of tight shoulders. If your shoulders are really tight and you try to open up into these 11 kind of arms, whew, it can be uncomfortable for sure. All right, guys, 2 left. Russian twist, flutter kicks. Oh, look at my knees sweat. All right, we're almost there this round. Thank you, so many kisses. All right, sit tall, straight, pull that chest up, play it back, twist. Now guys, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but I always mention it in these Russian twists, the V-sits. If you're feeling pain in your lower back, that means that you're leaning back too far and your core isn't strong enough to catch you. So your lower back is doing all the work. So that just means you need to sit up a little taller and rotate from a place where you're feeling your belly, where your belly's doing the work, not your back. Flutter kicks. One last time. 40 seconds of work. That's all we got left, my friends. 40 seconds, Miss Rita, that's it. All right, really set yourself up for success. Lower belly, up and in, like you're trying to draw something in. Flex those feet. Find your flutter. Tight, tight, tight. Make sure you can still breathe. Tight doesn't mean hold your breath. You take it for a walk if you need to. Dig, dig, dig. Yes, friends, Miss Rita, we did it. Definitely feel free to stay on the floor and stretch it out if you need to. I don't blame you a bit. Can admire my sweat angel I've got going down here. Gross. Oh guys, so thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed a Tabata Tuesday. So much cardio, but also we got strength training and even some flexibility training in there too if you really think about some of those exercises, and core strength. So even though it was a cardio-based workout, we got a full gamut of different styles of training. So it wasn't cardio just like you go run on a treadmill for infinity and that's all you do. We did cardio, we got all sorts of other training in at the same time, all in 50 minutes of actual work time. And you know, less than that with the 20-second breaks, 3-minute breaks. So, great work, great amount of sweat, great heart-healthy training, and super modifiable all the way through. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, Saturdays are our upper body days for the month of September. So swole for September. You're going to do upper body work on Saturday. And then if you want to up the game, some of us are training in person, which that window is closed. But what we're doing is we're adding one additional training day during the week of upper body. So we're getting in 2 upper body classes per week just to really focus on upper body for the month and see what improvements we can make in strength and definition just by adding one, really, I mean sometimes we don't do upper body for weeks, so really by adding 2 focused workouts per week to see what changes we can make, and we're doing it together. So guys, again, I always ask, please be active on social media with us, interact and share, get the word out about what we're doing here. And lastly, if you can give, Venmo at StrongStyleFit, that's where you'll find me. Donations are the only payment I receive for these classes, so they are greatly appreciated when you can give. Guys, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in a few days. Mwah.